Hello, and welcome to the Practical English Podcast. My name is Mike.
And I'm Angela. We're so glad you could join us today. In this podcast, we help you understand and use English in real, everyday situations.
That's right, Angela. And today we're focusing on one of the most common and useful verbs in English, the verb take.
Take is a fantastic word because it's used in so many different expressions. But for learners, this can also be a little confusing. The same word can mean very different things depending on the words around it.
Exactly. So in this episode, we're going to break down 5 common expressions with take to help you use them correctly and confidently. We'll give you clear explanations and lots of examples. Ready to get started, Mike?
Absolutely. Let's dive in. Okay, our first expression is take a break. This is a very common phrase you will hear at work, at school, or anytime you are busy with a task.
Take a break simply means to stop what you are doing for a short period of time. You stop to rest, relax, or do something different. For example, if you've been studying for hours, you might say, "My brain is tired. I need to take a break."
That's a perfect example. Or in an office, a manager might say to their team, "Okay, everyone, let's take a 15-minute break." This means you can stop working for 15 minutes, maybe get a coffee or stretch your legs.
So it's about pausing an activity. You can take a break from studying, from working, or even from driving on a long car trip. It's a very useful phrase for everyday life.
All right, let's move on to our second expression, take a shower. This is part of many people's daily routine.
Yes, to take a shower means to wash your body in a shower. It's a very common way to say this in American English. For example, I always take a shower in the morning to help me wake up.
Another example could be, after playing football, he was very sweaty, so he went home to take a shower. It's a simple, direct phrase for this action.
And it's good for learners to know that in British English, it's also very common to hear have a shower. Both take a shower and have a shower mean the same thing. You will be understood if you use either one.
That's a great point, Mike. The same applies to take a bath or have a bath. So expression number 2, take a shower, is all about personal hygiene.
Okay, on to number 3. This one is a bit different because it's an idiom. The expression is take your time.
I love this expression. When someone tells you to take your time, they are telling you that you don't need to hurry or rush. You can use as much time as you need.
Exactly. It's often used to make someone feel comfortable and not stressed about time. For instance, if you're at a restaurant and the waiter comes to your table, you can say, "We're not ready to order yet." The waiter might reply, "No problem, take your time."
Here's another situation. Imagine a teacher giving an exam to students. The teacher might say, "You have 1 hour for the test. Read the questions carefully and take your time." It means be careful, don't rush.
So, take your time is a polite and reassuring phrase. It's not about physically taking something, it's about how you use your time.
Great. Now for our fourth expression, which is very common in our age of smartphones. Take a photo.
This one is quite straightforward. To take a photo or to take a picture means to use a camera to capture an image. For example, if you are visiting a beautiful place with a friend, you might ask someone, "Excuse me, could you please take a photo of us?"
Or you could describe someone's hobby. My sister loves photography. She takes photos of everything. This is a key phrase for anyone who travels or enjoys sharing moments with others. And that brings us to our fifth and final expression for today, using take with transportation, like take a bus or take a taxi.
This is a big one. We use take to mean use a form of public or higher transportation to go somewhere. You can take a bus, take a train, take a taxi, take a plane, or take the subway.
For example, someone might ask you, "How do you get to work?" And you could answer, "I take the bus."
Another example, we missed the last train, so we had to take a taxi home. It means we use a taxi to travel home.
An important point here, Mike, is what we don't say. We don't usually say, "take my car." If you are using your own car, you say, "I drive my car." You only take a car if you mean a taxi or a hired car service.
That's a very important distinction. So take is for transportation that you pay for or is public, but drive is for your own personal car. Excellent. That covers our initial 5 expressions. But take is such a versatile verb. I think we should explore a few more. Are you up for it, Angela?
Absolutely, Mike. I think our listeners will find it very helpful to learn more. What's our 6th expression?
Great. Let's start with take care of. This is a very common and important expression.
So those are our 5 expressions. Take a break, take a shower, take your time, take a photo, and take a bus. Now, this leads us to a very important tip for learners. Take care of can mean a few things, but it often means to look after someone or something. For example, you could say, I have to take care of my younger sister this weekend. This means you are responsible for her.
Yes, all of these phrases are examples of something called collocations. That might sound like a difficult word, but the idea is very simple.
A collocation is a group of 2 or more words that are often used together. They're words that sound natural together to a native speaker. For example, in English, we say, take a photo. We don't say make a photo or do a photo. The natural partner for photo is take.
Learning collocations is one of the best ways to make your English sound more fluent and natural. Instead of learning single words, try to learn the words that go with them.
Think about other verbs. We say make a mistake, not do a mistake. But we say do your homework, not make your homework. These word partnerships are collocations.
So our tip for you is this. When you learn a new word, don't just write down its meaning. Look for examples of how it's used in sentences. Pay attention to the words around it. You can use a good dictionary, like the Cambridge or Oxford Learner's Dictionary online, as they often give examples of collocations.
Keeping a small notebook specifically for collocations can be a huge help. When you see a new one, write it down, review it, try to use it in a sentence. This will improve your fluency much faster than just memorizing lists of single words.
All right, it's time for a quick recap of what we learned today.
We looked at 5 common uses for the verb take. First, take a break, which means to stop an activity to rest.
Second, take a shower, meaning to wash yourself.
Third, the expression take your time, which means don't rush.
Fourth, take a photo, which is the action of using a camera.
And finally, take a bus, taxi, or train to mean using a form of transportation.
And we learned that all of these are collocations, words that naturally belong together. Learning them is a key to sounding more like a native speaker.
And that's all the time we have for today's episode of the Practical English Podcast. We hope you found it helpful.
If you did, we would really appreciate it if you could follow our channel so you don't miss future episodes. Please also give this episode a like. It really helps us reach more learners like you.
And we'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment with your suggestions for future topics. What words or grammar points do you find difficult? Let us know, and maybe we'll cover it in our next episode.
Thank you for listening. This was Mike.
And this was Angela. Keep practicing, and we'll talk to you soon.